A very good afternoon, folks, and welcome back to the Under-13 Inter-School Basketball Championship 2026. We are on day 3, live, coming to you from the Zahira College Sports Complex, Colombo. Of course, this tournament is organized by People's Bank for the express purpose of identifying upcoming athletes in the sport of basketball and just provide a development pathway for them. The semi-finals going into the latter end of the tournament is between Dialog College and St. Peter's College, Negombo. And Dialog College earlier in the quarterfinal during the morning, we saw them running right against opposition. Fifty to 8 that was. Yeah, it's been a long tournament for these boys, hasn't it?
Certainly, Arvin. We're about to start the semi-finals of the C Division. Now, both these schools have played good basketball in their quarter-final lead-up, and they'll want to bring their A-game in these semi-finals and progress to the finals. Now, TSN and Aika are on the back of a very good performance in that quarter-final, so they'll have lots of momentum going forwards in this match. Meanwhile, Peterites from Negombo, they're coming over a walkover. So they're coming off some time off the court. So I wonder how that will play in the hands of this match. And certainly some very exciting matches coming up today. We've got semi-final number 1 and semi-final number 2, and I'm sure all these boys will give their hearts out in the court, because they wouldn't want to end up second to anyone. These are the quarter-final results of the C Division. DSL and Aika, as I mentioned, clearly outbeat St. Thomas's College 50 points to 8. Nalanda just taking the game over Lyceum International School 43 points to 38. What a tight game that was. Lyceum International School tried fighting back, but Nalanda College just prevailing in taking a 5-point game. St. Joseph's, on the other hand, clearly outclassing Trinity College 72 points to 13. What a game that was. A complete thrashing, and St. Peter's College earning a walkaway with Gateway College not showing up. These were the results from the all-important quarterfinals, and the victors have managed to make a progress into the semi-finals. These are the fixtures.
DSN Naika going up against St. Peter's College Negombo in just a couple of minutes, and the semi-final 2 we have for you lined up, folks, at 4 p.m. St. Joseph's College going up against Nalanda College. Nalanda and St. Joseph's both were pretty dominant in their outings. Nalanda College just beating Lyceum International School in a contest of skill. St. Joseph's College, on the other hand, had a much easier time against Trinity College, 72 to 13. Just an absolute drubbing at the hands of the Joes. And as for DSN and Naika, well, they fared really well in their quarterfinal matchup. And like you said, it's going to be interesting to see how St. Peter's Negombo fare, because they've had time away from the court. Whether that will be an advantage in terms of, hey, look, we've not spent our battery at all today, we've had time. And on the other hand, will it be a disadvantage? Will they not be in touch? Of course, we will have to see when the jump ball comes. And It will be happening in just a short while.
And we're all set for the all-important semi-finals. TSN and Aika taking on St. Peter's College Negombo. And I'm sure both of these schools will have one eye in the finals. Their big man, their big number 29 will be on court to start things for DS. And it's possession early with the Peterites. Here's their number 9, Thenuka, going ringside. And there is rebound protection. But can the Peterites get their name on the board? They haven't been able to make up with those couple of opportunities. But can DS turn things around? Can they get their name on the board for the first time?
Yes, St. Peter's College Negombo now on the rebound. Number 7 crowding it out on the wing, looking for open play. On the fast break here, DSN and Aika College. Once again, looking for the man on the inside. Number 13, will he go for net? Yes, he does. Big number 29, ready for the rebound. St. Peter's College Negombo now running a line here. DSN and Aika College running it from the back. Oh, good defense there from St. Peter's Negombo. Big number 29 running a screen. And it's first points on the board for the Dons. 2 points up. Pretty scrappy first couple of minutes for both these sides. Good screen being run by St. Peter's Negombo, but being manhandled by the 13. Makes a hash of it. DSN and Aika Colombo. We are just running a couple of ankle breakers here, handing it over, trying to send it out wide. Really good chemistry between these DSN and Aika players. I'll tell you, goes for the feint. Oh, unfortunate there, the number 30, he could have gotten for the layup. On the rebound, off the rim. On the fast break here, St. Peter's number 9.
As you said, Arvid, moments of scrappy play to start things in this first semi-final. Both teams not getting everything right, but we've seen how good the chemistry between DSN and Aika have been. And it's been the Dons that have gotten the first points on the board, Peterites will definitely be ruining their opportunities in getting those points because they had a couple of shots on target, but just hasn't been it. The big number 29 just fixing his glasses. I'm sure he'll want nothing wrong for him to continue because he's instrumental for the Dons if they are to progress to the finals, because he will play a key role. Here's DS Naik for that layup, and just like that, they're playing a team game, RTS, and they're not putting a foot wrong, using every advantage that the court offers, using the lengths of the courts, using the widths, and turning possession over. Here's the number 7, and he's gotten 2 in a row. What a start this for DS. Complete domination. 6 points to nil with just a bit more than 5 minutes to go, but the Peterites have opted for a timeout, and that'll allow them to sort of settle things and keep things calm under pressure. 6 points to nil in this first quarter, and they've got to reassess, they've got to regroup and take things from here.
Experience now for the trendy teenagers. People's Bank Yes Teen, the first wow of the teens of the new era.
To 6. DSN Naik now will not suffer that insult. Number 30 doing really good to set up the smoke screens, running a set piece now. Number 7 running the ball.
It's been that number 7 that's certainly kept this game going. He's been their playmaker, and he's really turned things around for DSN Naik because the Peterites boss the possession. Is St. Peter's trying to access that area again, but believe DSN Naik need to get a couple more points if they are to feel confident and cement their position in these semi-finals. The number 7 going for a 3-pointer but not getting it right. Here's St. Peter's using the full range of the court, but the DS defense has been really strong, especially spearheaded by the number 29, the big man. Need to get everything right here. DS, here's an opportunity for the number 13, looking to go for that layup. There is protection, but still haven't been able to penetrate.
St. Peter's Nigambo just running the lone man. Oh, good route there. Gaps the deficit a little bit more. Number 30 with a lot of finesse. Stutter steps. Yeah, gets past 1, 2. And now it's 8-4. St. Peter's Nigambo running the route.
Now DSN Naik, they need to close out this quarter well. They've gotten through the first 7 minutes and they're in the lead. They were feeling a little bit of pressure with the Peterites scoring, but they haven't bowed down. DS constantly threatening the opposition. And unlike St. Peter's College, they haven't really put a foot wrong. Shots on target have been converted, and it's really been the difference between the scoreline. With just more than a couple of minutes left, DS Senanaika need to keep scoring, and St. Peter's, on the other hand, need to catch up on that deficit. Here's their number 7. His footwork has been amazing. And the Peterite defense has really been found wanting. A playmaker, it'll be crucial for the Dons. From underneath the ring is their number 13 going for that layup, and the crowd is certainly backing the boys in black and gold, because with a minute and 40 seconds left, DS are in the lead by 8. And it's just been a similar story. They've won possession just like that. Sloppy from the playmaker. But DS still with an opportunity to score. Certainly an opportunity missed by their number 7. Almost costing a shot there is the big man. And opting for that 3-pointer, just getting it on the ring. He's been dished out a couple of advices from his dugout. So
yeah, the big number 29 for DSN College really doing the bulk of the defensive work there, trying to get under the net, just post up those rebounds. St. Peter's College, Nigambo just looking for open space in the middle, trying to drive it in, but a really good fishnet being put up by the Dons here. Yeah, possession not really their strong suit. Here's the Dons cutting back inside. They find the open man in the middle. Now on the quick turn. Oh, that's good. Traveling is the call. Playing it forwards, getting past one, getting past the other, number 30. Yeah, he's a wily operator. Shot clock running down now. Big number 29 buckets it. It's 2 more points on the board. 14-4. Time has run out on our clock here. With the lob, 30 running it forwards. 17 with the body feint.
Crucial free throws for DSN and Aika. And number 7 has really been the point of scoring for DSN and Aika. Is done the bulk of it, and just getting that first free throw from the couple that he was supposed to get, but momentum well and truly with DSN and Aika as we go into a short break. That is the confirmation at the end of the first quarter. DSN and Aika lead St. Peter's College Nigambo 15-4.
Every dream has a beginning. Before the trophies, before the crowds, before the national jersey. For generations, basketball has shaped discipline, teamwork, leadership, and champions. Across Sri Lanka, thousands of young players step onto a court carrying one dream. But every dream needs support. every.
We're back with the second quarter. TSN and I with 11-point game up until now. There has been a couple of replacements. The number 23's walked out. And the big man's taken a little rest going into half time, and we're hopeful that he does return after half. But TSN and I are playing a really good game here. Playing the mind games. They've managed their players really well. The workload has been tough, especially this being a long tournament. It's a second game today, and it's really not easy to play in this heat. Free throws for the Papare for the taking, but they've not been able to get a couple. Is DS now with possession. Can they add more to their total? Can they use the court just the way they did in that first quarter? Here's the number 21 going for the layup, almost getting it in. There's a rebound.
They're just so enterprising, aren't they? Just really running multiple routes, trying multiple strategies to get the ball into the court. They've been a consistent point scoring danger. And St. Peter's College Negombo really falling for these plays. Now running it from the back. Now two up front. Runs the ball in. Tries to look for Freeman. He's near that free throw line. Drives it back in. Good defense. Handles it back. That's gone all the way. St. Peter's College Negombo once again just trying everything here. Number 10 with the ball in possession now, turns it over for the Dons. He's looking for the open man. Now they're running a route. Number 1 feints it, gives it off to number 21. He drives it in. Couple of screens being set up. It runs off the rim. Number 21 again just lobs it over from the free throw line. Gets it in, easy as you would like. Smooth operators, one and all.
Everyone stepping in for the boys in black and gold. It was the number 27, number 29 rather, and the number 7 doing the bulk of the scoring for DSN and Aika. And everyone's really stepping in for them. Papare with another opportunity, but they just haven't been able to get those targets straight. And that's really gone on to hurt them at 17 points to 4. Papare need to find something. Lots of open space for their number 1 to work with. And they get a point on the board. Is St. Peter's Negombo from underneath the ring. There's plenty of opportunities for them to score. Can they convert this time? Still unable to. Knocking on the doors the Papare constantly, but just haven't been able to open one because every time they tried, DS have closed down that door. DS now with possession. That could be adjudged a foul. Bit more than 5 minutes left in this second quarter, and DS certainly with a major foot in that finals. But St. Peter's, they have not shied down from scoring from time to time, but it's been a bits and pieces story for St. Peter's in this semi-finals.
Indeed, indeed. Here's St. Peter's Nigambo just looking for space. DSN and Aka doing really well to crowd that net. Running it from the back. Just the lone poacher up front now running forwards. 21 running down the channel, down court. He's been fouled there. It will be a free throw in favor of the Dons. The first of the game that has gone their favor. And after a small bout of uncertainty, they have their point. It's 18-6 now. Dons now on the fast break. Scrappy play here. Just around 4 minutes left until we go into halftime.
Peterites need to find something to work with, because they've got a 12-point lead to catch up with. And the way things are going, the way they're unable to capitalize on those scoring opportunities, doesn't seem like they're going to. But they need something to click for St. Peter's. It's been served out on a dish so far for them. It's been for the taking. They just haven't been able to find something. But DS, on the other hand, they haven't had majority of the possession, mind you. It's been St. Peter's that have had majority of the possession in this second quarter. And they still have only managed to score a couple of points, have St. Peter's. Here's DS now with possession. An opportunity for them to score. But just missing out on that opportunity. The number 17 trying to replicate what the number 7 did. And DS have opted for a timeout with just over a couple minutes to go. And the scoreline reads 18-6 in this second quarter.
Now for the trendy teenagers, People's Bank Yes Team, the first wow of the teens of the new era.
We've got 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the second quarter. And although the Peterites have dominated possession, they haven't backed it up with their scoring. DSN and Ike, on the other hand, they've used every angle of the court to their advantage. Just like that, they've maneuvered themselves away from the Peterite defense, and every time they've gotten themselves to a good scoring opportunity, they haven't really missed a lot. But on that occasion, bit sloppy is St. Peter's opting to score, opting for that layup, but it's not been their best friend today. That'll be free throws for St. Peter's College. Their number 19 will be the person to take. But can he finish it off? Tries to. There is protection from the rebound, and Peters get a couple points, crucial couple points in this fixture. This is a very important clash, the semi-final number 1 in the C division. DS taking on St. Peter's, and they've got a 10-point lead to catch up with St. Peter's. They find something out of the blocks with just a little time left in the second quarter. A bit less than a minute left, and DS add to their total. There's an opportunity, looking for that 3-pointer, not getting it right. Now Peters have possession. They've done the dribbling really well, have St. Peters, but they just haven't backed it up with their scoring. Here's DS.
Yes, St. Peter's really have struggled with that final third, haven't they? They've made the runs. They've been successful on the off break. However, just struggling to find the net here. TS Senanayaka from the 3-pointer line. St. Peter's just bungling possession whenever they found a passage. Yeah, there will be a free throw here for St. Peter's. A 10-point deficit at the end of the second quarter. They need everything to go their way now. Otherwise, it's going to be a very, very tough second half for these lads in blue. Takes the first step towards gapping that deficit. It's 18-9 now. And that will be half-time for you folks. DS Senanayaka College having a very dominant outing, just following their form, and red hot patch. As for St. Peter's College, Nigambo, they have their work cut out for them, and that's half-time confirmation for you folks. The scoreline as it stands officially is 18-9, and these are the highlights of this first half. St. Peter's College Nigambo with a couple of flashes of brilliance here and there, but far and away it was DS Senanayaka College who did the bulk of the scoring. These Nipi players really coming into their own, capitalizing on the free throw as well, just adding to their points tally. But a much closer game than the scoreline would have you believe. And with that, folks, we will be going into halftime break. The scoreline as it stands, 18-9.
Every dream has a beginning. Before the trophies, before the crowds, before the national jersey. For generations, basketball has shaped discipline, teamwork, leadership, and champions. Across Sri Lanka, thousands of young players step onto a court carrying one dream. But every dream needs support. Every talent deserves opportunity. For more than 6 decades, People's Bank has stood behind the aspirations of Sri Lankans, supporting education communities' future generations. Today, we step onto a different court. Introducing People's Bank Future MVPs! A platform dedicated to discovering, developing, and celebrating the next generation of Sri Lankan basketball. Not just building better players, building Sri Lanka's future MVPs.
People's Bank is proud to power Sri Lankan schools basketball tournament 2026.
People's Bank, future MVPs.
Elevate your game with the Papare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination. Tune in to the Papare, your home for all things sports.
Believe the dream, respect the game. One day, they'll know your name. MVPs, future MVPs. Every jersey has a story. Every number earns its glory. MVPs, future MVPs. Clocks running, pressure's rising, crowds roaring. Who's scoring? Take the shot, trust your team on the moment. Live the dream, leave your mark, stand your ground. Future MVPs, we're unbound. MVPs, future MVPs. MVPs, future MVPs. People's Bank, future MVPs.
Everything sports at your fingertips. Live scores, breaking news, match analysis, straight to your phone. Papare WhatsApp channel, the world of sports at your convenience. Join now.
Yes, experience now for the trendy teenagers. People's Bank Yes Team, the first wow of the teens of the new era.
Back here again at the Inter-School Basketball Championship under 13 semi-finals. St. Peter's gaining possession of the ball now. Number 19 making his way down court, attempts a two-pointer. Unsuccessful, and DS get that rebound. DS wide open, left wide open for the layup, and he makes it, bringing their score to 20.
A very good first half for DS Senanaika. St. Peter's College have been found wanting of not using those wide open spaces. They have constantly been getting themselves into good positions, but from there on out it just has been a matter down to execution, and that's simply been the downfall for the Peterites. DS on the other hand have been magnificent with their chemistry. Here's St. Peter's with an opportunity, looking for the two-pointer, but with a layup, not getting it right. Here's the number 19, setting it out wide to their number 1, the little man, is their number 19 from the three-pointer region. And they still do not have what it takes to score. 20 points to 9. They've got a deficit of 11 to contend with.
Foul called. Number 21, DS Senanaika College, attempting his first of 2 free throws. Misses the first one. Attempting his second, and it's good. Putting another point to DSA Nanayaga College's tally. St. Peter's with the ball now, looking to do something with this possession. Number 1 of St. Peter's. Number 19 now. Passes the ball inbound. Number 11 tries to take that shot, and they retaliate with 2 points. A hefty deficit of 10 points for St. Peter's to make up. Looking to keep DSA Nanayaga from scoring with this tough defense. But they keep getting called for fouls, as we saw just now. Multiple foul calls against DSA Nanayaga as he makes that first free throw. Number 17 looking to make his second one. Falls short of the rim. His teammate rebounds but couldn't quite get it as St. Peter's recover the ball. Number 1 of St. Peter's tried to get it past there, but he was double teamed and the ball is stolen by number 17 once again. Tried that shot, didn't quite work out, and the ball was out of bounds. St. Peter's once again attempts that shot. Tough defense here from DSA Nanayaga College. We see not leaving any room for error against the Peterites. Occasionally the Peterites will get lucky with a steal. We find not a lot of skilled shooting here though. That's number 19 now, looking for an open shot. Bounces off the rim, recovered by his teammate, and he attempts a 3. Falls short of the rim, falls way short of the rim.
Similar story for the Peterites to continue with is DS looking for those 2-pointers, but unable to convert this time. Here's Peterites using the full length of the court, but rebounded well by DSA Nanayaga. 22 points to 11. That's a double the scoreline of Peters. There's an opportunity for the number 23. Gets it slightly off target. DS have opted for their number 17 and 23 instead of the 29 and 7. And I'm sure they'll appear in that final quarter. This is the second half, very vital for the Peterites. A deficit of 11 to catch up on. And that'll be free throws for the Peterites on foul. That'll be the first of this half. We saw a couple for them in that first half. They weren't able to score, but they are this time. Another point would be instrumental for the Peterites, but they'll have to settle with one. At 22 points to 12. And a bit more than 5 minutes to go. DS will find themselves in moments of pressure, really, just because of Peterites managing to score in tandems. It's a bit of bits and pieces story. Like I've said, the Peters haven't kicked on from the positions they've gotten themselves into. An opportunity now for DS. That is called a foul. They'll have to start things from outside the tram lines. Is DS, their number 17, the playmaker, going for that 3, but just out of bounds. Can they add more? DS, 22 points to 12. They can't be too relaxed. They can't take the foot off the gas pedal here. Good defense this by DSA Nanayaga. We've seen that throughout. The defense has been spectacular. And just like that, the Peterites just seem to be missing those layups. They haven't really been that enforcing.
As DS now with possession of the ball, looking to score here. It's still with their 10-point lead as another foul is called on number 17 of DS Senanayake College. Looking to make these 2 free throws. Misses the second one. Bouncing off the back of the rim there. And he misses the other one as well. Number 19 now on a charge down to the basket. He gets close to the rim but is pushed out by the defender, and now St. Peter's College couldn't quite get hold of the rebound there. We've seen that a lot here. Them giving up rebounds to DS Senanayake. As St. Peter's gets the rebound now. Number 19. One defender and he gets called for the foul. So number 19 takes to the line. Must make these two to cut away at the deficit made by DS Senanayake College throughout these first 3 quarters. DS gets the rebound. Finds the open man, but he misses the pass. Wasn't quite ready to receive it there. Few crucial mistakes, giving space for St. Peter's to giving them the opportunity to take that lead back or chip away at that lead, but still unable to.
A little sloppy this by DS, deciding to test their bench in this third quarter in a semi-final. I wonder if that was the wisest move. Have the likes of big number 29, the number 7 in the bench up on the ranks, and that'll be timeout called. Crucial timeout for DS to really regroup. Haven't showcased their A game, and this will be a good opportunity for them to gather themselves as we'll head for a very short commercial break.
Every jersey has a story. Every number earns its glory. MVPs, future MVPs. Clocks running, pressure's rising, crowds roaring. Who's scoring? Take the shot, trust your team on the moment. Live the dream, leave your mark, stand your ground. Future MVPs, we're unbound.
Back again. DS Senanayake College with possession of the ball. Trying to find their footing. Saves the ball from going out of bounds and gives it right into Peters, number 19. We've seen him get quite close to the rim multiple times, but not able to count for more than hitting the rim. And that was a haywire shot there. Haven't seen one quite like it. St. Peter's defense, we see, is not really staying with their respective offensive player. In fact, we've seen the DS Senanayake College boys blow past the defenders as they stand in one place. Not quite what we want to see from a defensive player. St. Peter's with the ball now, looking to score some crucial points as number 39 gets into a scuffle with DS Senanayake's number 18. As DSA Nanaika gain control of the ball. That's the type of ferocity and passion we've seen for the game from these young players throughout this tournament. Them fighting for the ball in multiple places. Getting on the ground as well. As St. Peter's steals that. St. Peter's number 1 going up against the defender with quite a physical deficit against him. And that marks the end of the third quarter. The score, DSA Nanaika College 22, St. Peter's College 12. St. Peter's College will try to make up that 10-point deficit in the next quarter. But for now, we'll go to a short commercial break.
Every dream has a beginning. Before the trophies, before the crowds, before the national jersey. For generations, basketball has shaped discipline, teamwork, leadership, and champions. Across Sri Lanka, thousands of young players step onto a court carrying one dream. But every dream needs support. Every talent deserves opportunity. For more than 6 decades, People's Bank has stood behind the aspirations of Sri Lankans, supporting education communities' future generations. Today, we step onto a different court.
Here we are back again. St. Peter's with the inbound pass. Number 9 of St. Peter's almost lost it. But they regroup, trying to shoot, trying to find a shot. But quite busy there. Quite a scramble play from both teams under the basket, which is what we expect from defense, but not exactly what we expect from offensive players. As DSA Nanaika now finds their way to the rim and makes an easy layup right by the St. Peter's defender. And number 29 on a charge, he lost the ball and gave it right back to DSA Nanaika. Gifted them an extra possession. Number 29 of DSA Nanaika College struggling to keep the ball. But making up for St. Peter's losing the ball on the last possession. Number 29 once again on a charge through the left side. Attempts a shot. Didn't quite pan out. DSA Nanaika with a 12-point lead now. The pressure really on St. Peter's College to score their first points of the quarter, as another scuffle for the ball leaves them on the hardwood floor. The ball is awarded to DSA Nanaika College now. Quite confident ball handlers here on DSA Nanaika College's side. Post work. As St. Peter's recovers that rebound. Number 9 driving in, fighting against the defender to get close to the basket. Couldn't quite get it. His teammate number 23 recovers the ball. As St. Peter's try again, get close to the rim. We see frequently that the Peterites are being double teamed by DSA Nanaika College's defense. It's hard for them to take on 2 defenders at a time, which is why we see them lose the ball so frequently on their possessions.
Yes, they've got their main men in the court now. Can they make use of it? They've already gotten a couple of points, and at 24 points to 12, we go into the final 7 minutes. Can Peters script a fairy tale comeback? Can they script something off the hook to get into the finals? Because as of now, they're not doing the greatest. The Dons' defense has been far, far harder to get past than the Peter Wright wall, and that really has played a major part in the scoreline. 24 points to 12. DS will have possession. Obviously, emotions from the dugouts of the school in yellow, and DS have added another couple of points into their sheet. Now they lead by 14. Just a little over 6 minutes to go. St. Peter's College Negombo need to up their game. They haven't really focused on making use of those scoring opportunities. Here's DS, the number 30, looking for a couple of points, but not getting the 2-pointer just on target. And from outside the tram lines, DS have another opportunity. Here's their number 30, their playmaker on the other side of the court. Their number 7, but brilliant offense this by St. Peter's College Negombo. They've won possession. Going for that layup is their number 29, but his counterpart will beware. There's the counterpart. There's the big man. Giving it to the number 7, who opts for the layup, but ends up missing out. Here's another opportunity, and he gets it. Another couple of crucial points for DSN and Aiga as they double down on their lead. It's 28 points to 12 come the final 5 minutes.
DSN and Aiga College with that steal there, trying to find their footing, make a shot, but St. Peter's recovers the rebound. Number 29 now with the ball and looking for a shot right under the basket, quite uncontested, but he couldn't make it as they get another steal. We see quite a good steal game from DSN and Aiga College as the ball goes out of bounds. We see quite a good steal game from both sides. And now a timeout will be called. St. Peter's College. We'll take a short commercial break.
Experience now for the trendy teenagers. People's Bank Yes Teen. The first wow of the teens of the new era.
DSN and Aiga College with possession now. Number 30 finds the open man in the post. Number 29 boxing out his defender with his sheer size, but unable to make that shot. As St. Peter's now gain possession of the ball. Number 29 bring it down court. Finds an open man. Number 9 will try to get to the basket, but he's boxed out by his defender. Good defense we see by DSN and Aiga College. Good post work. And yes, will get the ball back there. As we've seen before, most probably to their favor as they get another steal. A scuffle for the ball. We see these players scuffling for the ball quite often, just fighting for it, falling on the ground and doing whatever they can to get an advantage over the other team. That to say is the advantage of playing on hardwood in an indoor court, as number 9 of St. Peter's College looks to be injured there as he takes his 2 free throws. He's having some trouble with his leg. Attempts the second one, barely misses it. And that will mark the end of this game. The Sena Nayaka College with an impressive display of dominance against St. Peter's College, as the Peterites are left disappointed about this outcome. The final score, the Sena Nayaka College 28 points to St. Peter's College 12 points. The DS boys will be moving on to play the final in this division, and just a quite impressive display of their skill and dominance. We've seen quite impressive display on both sides, but St. Peter's finding it quite hard against DS Nayaka's tough defense. It'll be interesting to see what DS Nayaka will do in their next matchup. But for now, we'll go for a commercial break and be back with our next match.
Every dream has a beginning. Before the trophies, before the crowds, before the national jersey. For generations, basketball has shaped discipline, teamwork, leadership, and champions. Across Sri Lanka, thousands of young players step onto a court carrying one dream. But every dream needs support. Every talent deserves opportunity. For more than 6 decades, People's Bank has stood behind the aspirations of Sri Lankans, supporting education communities' future generations. Today, we step onto a different court.
Introducing People's Bank Future MVPs.
A platform dedicated to discovering, developing, and celebrating the next generation of Sri Lankan basketball. Not just building better players, building Sri Lanka's future MVPs.
People's Bank is proud to power Sri Lankan schools basketball tournament 2026.
People's Bank, future MVPs.
Elevate your game with the Papare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination. Tune in to the Papare, your home for all things sports.
Back here again at the Inter-School Basketball Championship 2026 Division C under 13. Our next matchup, St. Joseph's College versus Nalanda College, live from the Zahira College Sports Complex, the Gisti and Tavus Arena. In St. Joseph's last matchup yesterday, we saw an impressive show of dominance. in St. Joseph's last matchup this morning, we saw an impressive show of dominance against Trinity College Kandy, as St. Joseph's won 72 to 12, I believe, with a 60-point lead over their competition, sending the Trinity boys discouraged back to Kandy. St. Joseph's and Nalanda College in their last matchup as well. Quite an impressive win over Lyceum Wattala. It was pretty much neck and neck for them until the third quarter, when the tide shifted in favor of Nalanda College. To be an interesting matchup for sure.
Certainly, Nalanda, they'll be feeling really good about themselves the way they outbeat Lyceum College Wattala, because we know how good Lyceum Wattala are, and Nalanda to dish out a performance like that to challenge Lyceum Wattala from the get-go has simply been phenomenal. As we're all set to start the second semi-final of this C division. We'll go for a very quick commercial break and we'll get you the action from the semi-finals on the other side.
Every dream has a beginning. Before the trophies, before the crowds, before the national jersey. For generations, basketball has shaped discipline, teamwork, leadership, and champions. Across Sri Lanka, thousands of young players step onto a court carrying one dream. But every dream needs support. Every talent deserves opportunity. For more than 6 decades, People's Bank has stood behind the aspirations of Sri Lankans, supporting education communities' future generations. Today, we step onto a different court.
Introducing People's Bank Future MVPs.
A platform dedicated to discovering, developing, and celebrating the next generation of Sri Lankan basketball. Not just building better players, building Sri Lanka's future MVPs.
People's Bank is proud to power Sri Lankan schools basketball tournament 2026.
People's Bank, future MVPs.
Elevate your game with the Papare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination. Tune in to the Papare, your home for all things sports.
Every jersey has a story. Every number earns its glory. MVPs. Future MVPs. Clocks running, pressure's rising, crowds roaring. Who's scoring? Take the shot, trust your team on the moment. Live the dream, leave your mark, stand your ground. Future MVPs. We're unbound. MVPs. Future MVPs. MVPs.
Welcome back, as we're all set for the all-important second semi-finals in the C division. It'll be the Joes taking on Nalanda, and Nalanda will no doubtedly present a top challenge for the Josephians. This first quarter will be crucial because both teams need to get off to a good start, need to find their footing and take momentum onwards. Here's Nalanda using the court side to their advantage, looking for that 3-point. Is their number one, not getting it right, and that'll allow Nalanda to opt for first points on the board through free throws. Is their number one. Sent out on that first opportunity. Is a second. There is a rebound protection right underneath the net, and just getting it slightly off course. Joseph's scruffling for the ball, and we've seen that in the last match with DS and their opposition as well. So St. Joseph's College need to find momentum in this first quarter to take the game onwards.
St. Joseph's College look to get their first points on the docket, but the ball was stolen by Nalanda College, as St. Joseph's College once again back on the charge, trying to get their first points. Number 30 passes to number 11, but the ball is stolen once again by Nalanda. Already few minutes into this game, and Nalanda with quite a few steals, as Nalanda put the first points for this matchup. Joes now looking to retaliate. A screen given there, but unsuccessful, as the ball is stolen once again, and Nalanda put in their second point, the second shot for this game. Joes still yet to score. Desperation, and a good shot there by Joes. Absolutely beautiful play, being double teamed and triple teamed by defense. Handed off the ball to his teammate, and with the confidence of his teammate, he managed to make it. St. Joseph, now Nalanda College, trying to get that ball close to the rim, blocked out by St. Joseph's defense. St. Joseph's on the charge now. Number 11 making his way towards the rim. Tries a shot there. Falls short of the rim. Just inches away. As Nalanda get the ball once again. They're very good at picking up the ball with the rebounds and the steals. Nalanda College, we've seen before in the tournament. As the Joes get the possession once again. Both teams not looking to give up any easy points or any easy steals. I mean, we've seen Nalanda's defense is very tough to get through. And they just completely block out any player that tries to get close to the rim, with 3 or sometimes 4 players rushing to that player, just not letting the ball get anywhere near the paint. As a Joe's inbound pass lands in the hands of number 15 of Nalanda College, but blocked out of bounds by St. Joseph, number 3. Joe's not looking to give up, not looking to give any room for Nalanda College to score more points before they've had the chance to even it out. Joe's awarded that inbound pass now. Number 11 brings the ball, goes through his defender, and draws the foul. As number 11 called to the line for 2 shots. He's attempting this first one. Falls short and bounces off the rim. Number 11 of St. Joseph's College attempting the second one. Bounces off the rim once again. into the hands of Nalanda's number 30. Finds an open man, but immediately blocked out by St. Joseph's defense. He snaked past it, but couldn't quite get the shot, being close to the rim. Number 11 of St. Joseph's back with the ball once again. Passes to his teammate. There's a bit of a scuffle there in the paint, but Nalanda recovers. Again, Nalanda has been unbelievably good at getting those crucial rebounds. Bad pass there, however. Blocked out by the defense. Could have got closer to the rim, but decided to pass it off to his teammate, and ultimately the teammate wasn't ready to receive that pass. Nalanda with the opportunity to make up for that mistake now. Not quite, as St. Joseph's recover the rebound and get called for a foul. And once again, St. Joseph's with the ball now, giving Nalanda's defense some time to regroup there. As St. Joseph's called for the foul again. Number 69 at the free throw line. Narrowly misses the first free throw. Trying to sink this second one in. Misses once again. The pressure is on for both of these teams. The prize of winning this game is a finals matchup against the winners of our previous match, DSA Nanaika College. And a chance at glory here. Number 3 of St. Joseph's College pulls up, misses the basket entirely, and the ball is saved, but back into Nalanda's hands. And he makes another 2 points for Nalanda College. Snakes through his defenders with his speed and just knocks the points down. 4-point deficit for St. Joseph's to make up now, as that tough defense that we spoke about earlier just completely blocking out Nalanda, completely blocking out St. Joseph's. St. Joseph's as well with that tough defense in the post. Number 3 with his second block of this game. Very entertaining first quarter this has been, as Nalanda's number 15 makes his way to the rim, but again is blocked out by St. Joseph's tough defense. A very close shot there, attempted by number 30 as he makes his way back to the ring. And he knocks down another point for Nalanda College, turning the tide and starting to create a lead now as a timeout is called.
What a game this match certainly has everyone on the edge of their seats, and we'll head for a short commercial break, but we've got a very, very exciting clash on the other side.
Experience now for the trendy teenagers. People's Bank Yes Team, the first wow of the teens of the new era.
Back here again, the crowd going crazy with good reason. An impressive matchup this has been, an impressive show of skill on both sides. St. Joseph's College with the ball now. Both teams fighting for their shot at the final and a chance to win it all. St. Joseph's College scrambling to make a shot there, and St. Joseph's number 3 makes a shot from the shoulder. Quite a beautiful display of integrity there, as Nalanda College makes his way close to the basket, but couldn't quite get that in. That was quite an easy shot. Both teams are going back and forth now. Quite impressive show of speed from number 1 of Nalanda College. I mean, he's getting past his defenders and snaking through them. And gets called for the foul on the way to the shot. And gets awarded the free throw. He's trying to make these 2 shots for Nalanda College, as his teammates give him a bit of support before he attempts the second one. And it's another miss.
Off the backboard on this occasion.
St. Joseph's with the ball now. Number 30 finds an open man. Number 3, an easy basket there, but I think the pressure got to him as he missed the ring completely. And number 1, Tiven of Nalanda College, couldn't quite get close as the Joe's tough defense. I mean, we've seen quite a physical difference in both these teams. St. Joseph's College players quite big made, but to their disadvantage at sometimes that size difference does keep them from being as fast and agile as these Nalanda's shifty players.
What a game this, what a semi-final. Both teams bringing out their A game, and with the first quarter called on our clock, we'll see what changes follow as St. Joseph's continue to cut down on that deficit, as they have 8 points to 5 on the trail, but they were 2 points just in the start of the first quarter, but they've managed to get another 3 points, and it'll be important how Nalanda manages to close this quarter out, because this has been an amazing semi-final, really. This certainly is one for the finals, because these 2 schools have really dominated the quarterfinals in the C division, and both teams very evenly matched. Nalanda just leading over the Joes, but Joes very capable of turning things around, because just like that, it's only a 1-point game come the end of the first quarter. Nothing, absolutely nothing separating the 2 teams. Here's Nalanda now trying to make amends, but sloppy work this. They've got themselves to blame. At 8 points to 7, it's a very even Stevens match here at the Zahira College Basketball Courts. This is semi-final number 2, and what a match we're having. Here's Nalanda trying to use the courtside advantage, but the referee says it's the end of the first quarter. Nalanda leads St. Joseph's with a slim lead of 1, but St. Joseph's definitely have the momentum. They've crawled themselves back into this match, and that's the confirmation at the end of the first quarter. Nalanda 8 to St. Joseph's 7.
Every dream has a beginning. Before the trophies, before the crowds, before the national jersey. For generations, basketball has shaped discipline, teamwork, leadership, and champions.
Back here again at the Inter-School Basketball Championship, St. Joseph's versus Nalanda College, the semi-finals. Some new faces we see on the court now. Number 67 making his way to the basket, but gets called for foul on the way. Two shots to the side ball to start things off. Hoping to score the first points of the second quarter in favor of St. Joseph's, as another foul is called. Number 23 now with 2 shots. And we'll see him attempt this.
Gets one in the basket, and St. Joseph's College draw level. Will this be 2-2? No. Fighting to gain possession. That's a run out of bounds here. Nalanda College running it from the back. Looking for the open man here. Sending it down the wing. Almost from the 3-quarter line. Yes, St. Joseph's doing really well to hold that play up.
Nalanda College now looking to uneven the score in favor of them. Didn't quite work out that pass. It slips out of, narrowly misses his teammate's hands, grazed it. It's number 67 with the ball once again. Quite an impressive player. We've seen him frequently get close to the basket and set up a play for points, as we just saw. St. Joseph's College sinking in 2 points in favor of them. St. Joseph's College with the lead now. Turn the tide of the game in favor of them. Their first lead so far in this matchup. Nalanda College struggling here against Joe's tough defense, Joe's tough physical defense. Looking for an open man. He gets free, but he can't make the shot. And the ball still remains with Nalanda. Missing close shot after close shot, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Nalanda just doing everything here. Goes for the audacious 3-point. St. Joseph's College now with possession. They will try and play it from the back. Going towards down court now. Accelerating the pace. Driving it in. That's narrowly missed there. 2 points. The big man, 77.
Gets the end one. Gets that point. As a foul, offensive foul is called. And Nalanda once again can't make it past Joe's defense. I think the script has been flipped over here. As we saw St. Joseph's earlier, unable to get through Nalanda's defense in the paint. And now we see the same thing for Nalanda College.
Nalanda College moving fast, just trying to get the ball under the net. That's been held up. Yeah, that's the signal, I think, for the number 35 to move in. He's gone, he's thrown it up, but nothing doing for Nalanda College yet. Just under 6 minutes left before we go into Lemons. It's a free throw here. They need to capitalize on this. One opportunity left. And it's nothing but net for Nalanda College, who now bridge the gap to just 3 points, dividing the two sides. St. Joseph's College running a brilliant screen. Number 67 drives it in and gets 2 more points on the board.
Beautiful stuff there from St. Joseph's College. Lengthening that gap and not leaving any room for error now. We see quite a few mistakes in the first quarter, but they've cleaned up their game with their substitutions and scoring quite a few points. Some nice work from St. Joseph's College, we see, as Nalanda College, number 10, called to the line for 2 shots. First one is unsuccessful. Looking to sink this second one to cut away at that lead, and he does, bring the deficit for Nalanda College to climb only 4 points, as St. Joseph have 14 and Nalanda College 10. Number 67 once again, quite an exceptional player, as I said before, consistently driving his way to the rim and just setting himself up and setting his teammates up for those easy baskets, which we have seen in the second quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. And something to add to that analysis is the fact that like St. Joseph's College have consistently set up some good screens, allowing number 67 to run that route. Number 8 could have drove his way under the rim, but unfortunately for them, unable to capitalize on it. These two running it from the back now. Number 35 breaking a couple of ankles there. Number 88 from the 3-point line, trying to drive his way in, looking for the free man. Number 10 trying to drive it in now.
Snakes his way through there, but unable to make that shot. I mean, tough defense from St. Joseph's. Quite hard to get through, as we can see the Nalanda players struggling. But one good thing is some of this Joe's defense is sloppy with their hands, and when the Nalanda players go to shoot, they get called for fouls, which leads to easy baskets in the free throw, as we see right now. Number 35 taking his second shot, made the first one and he missed the second. Number 77 of Joe's, big man, recovered it. Number 67 with the ball, hands it off to number 8, who makes an easy basket there once again. Exceptional playmaking, an exceptional show of skill, as number 10 snaked his way back there. Nalanda's shooting from far from the rim is, in this second quarter, has been pretty much unsuccessful, most of it, leading a lot of error, leading room for St. Joseph's to capitalize on those mistakes and score those crucial points and create a lead.
Yeah, absolutely. And on the defensive front, they've really crowded out Nalanda from the 3-point line. Has good aim, but unfortunately for them, unable to really do anything with it. And slowly but surely, you can see that deficit climbing up to 7 points now. St. Joseph's College now with just under 2 minutes in hand, looking to drive it in. 67 with a feint.
Beautiful stuff again. Another beautiful screen from St. Joseph's College. I mean, we see him signal his teammates to come and give me the screen, and his teammates oblige, and it just works out every time in their favor.
You know what impresses me the most is that you're seeing such a pedigree of basketball being played at such a young age.
Exactly. I mean, the display of skill these young lads have shown is quite impressive on both sides. It's quite an impressive game to watch, and I think the crowd feels the same.
Yeah, absolutely. You can hear the shouts of support gaining fever pitch. Number 35 unlucky on the fast break here. St. Joseph's College lobs it wide. They have their man posted under the rim. Unlucky.
Wide open shot there.
Yeah, Nalanda College were very lucky not to concede points on that. Number 10 gets under it, goes for the layup. Same story for them. Topsy-turvy.
The rim today seems to be Nalanda College's worst enemy, as they keep frequently getting towards it but can't do much more than hit the rim and watch it bounce off, as there's a fight for the ball and the ball is awarded to St. Joseph's College. We love to see this feistiness and this level of passion from these young players. It shows the love they have for the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Hunting it down, trying to set up that defense. Crowding him out now. 67 from the 3-point line, presses the rim, but just a bit too audacious to work there. Nalanda College, time has run out for them in this second quarter. But if they can get a couple more points on the board, it will do a lot of work towards relieving the tension and headache that they have gets under.
He gets the foul call to the advantage as a timeout is called by St. Joseph's College.
Experience now for the trendy teenagers. People's Bank Yes Team, the first wow of the teens of the new era.
Nalanda's number 99 attempting his first free throw, misses it as the referee calls St. Joseph's defense back to the free throws as they took some time from that timeout. Ball is recovered by St. Joseph's number 67. As he brings it down court now. We see him quite often, number 67, the man who brings the ball down here. He's the one who loses the Nalanda as St. Joseph's loses the ball there and it's awarded to Nalanda College. Good defense play by Nalanda as they get that foul. Nalanda's number 10 missed the first free throw. Tried to do the second one. Bounces off the back of the rim into his teammate 99's hands. He's using his power and his physicality to get past a bigger defender than him, which is amazing stuff from Nalanda College there. Fought his defender at the rim and got that shot. And an impressive screenplay there set by number 67. He called his teammate and made his way towards the rim, but unfortunately did not get close enough and the ball just missed the rim as he got a foul call on that possession. He'll attempt his second free throw now. And he makes it. St. Joseph's College really picking up the pace now. Almost a 10-point lead ahead of Nalanda College.
But you know what? Nalanda College deserves credit for keeping their engines firing. You know, it's very difficult to run back that deficit once you've accrued it. But they have shown every intention of gapping it. But not just yet, because they will have 2 more quarters to fight. But this one comes to an end, and it's halftime, folks. What topsy-turvy rollicking game this has been. St. Joseph's College so far with a massive 10-point lead.
Yes, indeed. We saw Nalanda College leading the first quarter, and they came back after that and were unexpected to find St. Joseph's College new substitutions and the fight they put up against Nalanda College. As we see here, Nalanda with a few good shots, but just the offensive playmaking and the defense that St. Joseph's College used to keep them from scoring
Yeah, you can really see in these highlights that St. Joseph's College were really good with those set pieces, setting up those screens, while Nalanda, they did the bulk of their scoring when poaching the ball, going for the rebound and then off the fast break.
And a lot of steals as well.
Absolutely. And that number 67, my, talk about the talisman for St. Joseph's College.
St. Joseph's man of the match, I think.
Absolutely. And folks, that's halftime for you. St. Joseph's 21, Nalanda 13. We will be back after this short commercial break. Stay tuned.
Every dream has a beginning. Before the trophies, before the crowds, before the national jersey. For generations, basketball has shaped discipline, teamwork, leadership, and champions. Across Sri Lanka, thousands of young players step onto a court carrying one dream. But every dream needs support. Every talent deserves opportunity. For more than 6 decades, People's Bank has stood behind the aspirations of Sri Lankans, supporting education communities' future generations. Today, we step onto a different court.
Introducing People's Bank Future MVPs.
A platform dedicated to discovering, developing, and celebrating the next generation of Sri Lankan basketball. Not just building better players, building Sri Lanka's future MVPs.
People's Bank is proud to power Sri Lankan schools basketball tournament 2026.
People's Bank, future MVPs.
Every jersey has a story. Every number earns its glory. MVPs, future MVPs. Clocks running, pressure's rising, crowds roaring. Who's scoring? Take the shot, trust your team on the moment. Live the dream, leave your mark, stand your ground. Future MVPs, we're unbound. MVPs.
Elevate your game with the Papare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination. Tune in to the Papare, your home for all things sports.
Everything sports at your fingertips. Live scores, breaking news, match analysis, straight to your phone. Papare WhatsApp channel, the world of sports at your convenience. Join now.
Yes, experience now for the trendy teenagers. People's Bank Yes Team, the first wow of the teens of the new era.
Elevate your game with the Papare, Sri Lanka's ultimate sports destination.
That's experience now for the trendy teenagers. People's Bank Yes Team, the first wow of the teens of the new era.
Welcome back, folks, to the third quarter of the Division C semi-final. Number 2, St. Joseph's College versus Nalanda College. And immediately getting off the blocks here in this third quarter, St. Joseph's College doing the work here to make sure their lead remains unassailable. Here's the long lob. Number 19, the big man, sending it to 75. He's driving it in under the rim. Unlucky there, touches the backboard.
St. Joseph's recovers that, and number 11 finds the open man, will go for the shot, but it's contested. And number 99 we see of Nalanda College, we've seen him fight for the rebounds quite often using his physicality, as a foul is called there on Nalanda College's number 3. Nalanda gets awarded the ball. Tries a shot there, rebounded by his teammates, and I believe that is a foul call. And Nalanda College with possession of the ball now. Passes to 99, big man, fighting against the bigger man of St. Joseph's, but quite impressive confidence he's showing. Going up against those bigger players, but still not backing down. It's quite an impressive feat for a lad that young.
Yeah, absolutely. Being spurred on by his teammates here just to get points on the board.
And he attempts his second free throw and misses both of them. Unfortunately for Nalanda. Crucial points that could chip away at that St. Joseph's College lead, as Nalanda hands off his ball to his teammate, number 30, but it's stolen by St. Joseph's, and I believe that is called a foul. Foul called in favor of St. Joseph's. Number 11 gets the ball once again, and Nalanda College's number 75 appears to be injured. He's on the ground, and the referees will go and see what the situation is. Quite unfortunate that. Not sure. I think it was in a effort to secure the ball that he fell down there. A minor reset as St. Joseph's with the inbound pass once again. Nalanda's defense not making it easy for number 3's teammates to get that ball, but number 30 of St. Joseph's College receives it, goes in for that shot. He's boxed out by his equivalent on the other team, and the ball is back in Nalanda's hands, but they lose it once again.
Yeah, just that inability to execute in that final third has really cost them a lot of points here.
Now, Nalanda's ball control in these last 2 quarters have been less than it leaves more to be desired.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's just about the way to put it. Nalanda College, another opportunity for them to rectify their ball handling.
But a traveling call. And St. Joseph's College, number 3, slips on something there. Match officials might want to check that out. It's quite dangerous for the player. Could lead to an injury, as they look to clean that up. Quite an impressive display, however, from St. Joseph's College in this third quarter, as they have the ball now. Still a 10-point lead against Nalanda College, as he takes number 30 of Nalanda College's ankles takes them both without a receipt, and the ball is knocked out of bounds. And Nalanda College receives the ball again, but another bad pass, Arvin. I mean, it's quite disappointing to see that in such a match that matters so much for these Nalanda boys, that they're not quite in the right headspace, as another bad pass there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, listen, you're running a deficit of 10 points. This is not the mentality you want. You know your strengths, you know what works for you. And especially just that enterprising quality, you see the best sides being separated from just the good sides, is that whenever they've been bogged down, at least they go for the steals. At least they go for the rebounds.
Very true, very true. But we've seen majority of the steals here have been from St. Joseph's College, which is quite interesting to see, because in Nalanda's last matchup, they were the ones leading in steals. And they were the ones who were like continuously going to making their way to the paint and going in with fast breaks and driving in towards the hoop and consistently making those shots in favor of Nalanda College. But now we're not seeing that same impressive display of basketball skill due to, I'm not quite sure why that is. Maybe they are scared, or
yeah, intimidation is definitely a factor that can come into play there.
Exactly the word I was looking for. As the ball is knocked out of bounds by St. Joseph's, playing really tough defense now on Nalanda College. I mean, that's something we see Nalanda excel at, but St. Joseph's not letting up on that front either.
Yeah, again, just they have that pedigree to get the ball into the net. However, just and you have to take stock of the fact that St. Joseph's College in their final third, really have not put up a very aggressive defense either. Yes, they've been called for a foul call here and there, but physicality-wise, it's not an impossible factor to overcome.
Yeah, in fact, I think Nalanda College's number 99 is playing a more physical game than the big men on St. Joseph's side.
Yeah, absolutely, and so really leaves something to be desired, in the sense that Nalanda are being called to execute in that final third. Once again, they've been really good in getting the ball down court. Number 75 looking for that open channel.
And he makes it a beautiful shot there. Nalanda College seem to be getting into their stride. I mean, they stole that ball from St. Joseph's and just knocked down a beautiful two there, chipping away at that deficit. St. Joseph's now struggling for a while to add on to their points tally. And Nalanda College still with their tough defense. Seeing how it pans out for St. Joseph's, as a timeout is called there. Not a timeout. Nalanda College now with the ball. Awarded the ball. There was a violation. And number 99, Big Ben, once again using his physicality to try and get close to the rim. It works and it works. But the fact that he's not backing down is very admirable. As St. Joseph's College sink in a two. Beautiful shot that was. Beautiful bit of playmaking on their part. Nalanda College now looking to score.
Yeah, from the three-point line, just kisses the rim there. Like we said earlier in that second quarter. On the fast break here, St. Joseph's gets underneath it, executes perfectly.
A perfect bit of playmaking for St. Joseph's, as their side of the stadium goes crazy. St. Joseph's really putting on a show here, not making it easy for the Nalandians, and with a points lead of 12 points is quite an admirable thing, but it leaves much to be desired from Nalanda's side.
Yeah, absolutely. From that first quarter, you just saw the gradient between these two sides widening.
I think in the first quarter, Nalanda College, they had that lead. And they had that momentum scoring right off the bat. They put their first points on the board. But St. Joseph's College just took off in the second quarter. And here they are again, banging down another 2 as the Josephians in the crowd go crazy. No doubt the support that they're receiving is also plays a factor in this.
Indeed it does. And here's Josephs once again cutting back in, fumbling the ball a little bit, looking for options. Number 11 comes in clutch, takes over duty.
Almost there, kissed the rim, but falls back in the hands of Nalanda's number 30, making his way down 2 defenders. As Nalanda's number 75 gives the ball to number 88 and he tries a 3, misses the ring. And it's back in St. Joseph's College hands. Number 11 once again with the ball. I mean, he's right there when his teammates need him to receive that ball, number 11.
Yeah,
quite
absolutely.
Impressive player.
Just the amount of chemistry on offer here for St. Joseph's College is remarkable. This is how you know you're dealing with a well-drilled outfit. You need to know where your players are. You need to know what your teammate may be expecting from you. You know, if he's taking the ball and not looking to lob it far, and he's taking on defenders, you just know he's looking for that support run to take over duty for you.
Always aware, which is what we want to see. As Nalanda's number 3 attempts 2 free throws and misses both of them. The ball. A timeout called now. And we'll be back after a short commercial break.
Every jersey has a story. Every number earns its glory. MVPs, future MVPs. Clock, running, pressures rising, crowds roaring.
Ball in play for Nalanda now. Nalanda's number 3 attempted a shot there, but brought down by just sheer unluck there. And number 11 finding it tricky against these Nalandian defenders, not making it easy, no doubt. That's something these Nalanda players shine at, is their defense. As number 75 makes his way close to the ring but gets fouled on the way. Called to the line for 2 free throws now.
Yes, indeed, they have shined in their defense, but nevertheless, take a look at the scoreboard. Slowly but surely, the Josephians, and that's nothing but net for the nippy number 75. And that's 2 on the trot there. Successful free throw being taken advantage of.
St. Joseph's College still 12 points ahead. Quite an impressive lead as number 3 makes his way towards the rim and knocks down another 2 in favor of St. Joseph's College. Now 14 points ahead. Nalanda really feeling the pressure now in the final moments of this third quarter. As number 3 gets fouled on the way to the rim. Called to the line now for 2 shots. Timeout called there by Nalanda College. we've seen in these 3 quarters. I mean, quite an impressive show of discipline from St. Joseph's College. I mean, the amount of practice it must have taken to just figure out how to set up those screens and to figure out this level of playmaking at their ages, in their age group. It's quite impressive to see. And I don't think it's something the Nalandians accounted for.
No, absolutely. And that's the timeout done with. I think we will probably have a minute or two more of play before we go into break in this third quarter. St. Joseph's College now with the free throw. Dances around with the net, but no points yet.
Shoots his second and it's perfect. Exactly what St. Joseph's College like to see. And Nalanda attempting a 3. Nalanda's number 75, number 88, I believe. But yes, a foul called now in favor of Nalanda College as number 3 takes to the line. He will attempt these 2. Misses the first one there. Attempting his second free throw. Hoping to score some points here. Nalanda with the rebound. Very close one there. That was... The rim is not Nalanda College's friend today. I will admit to that.
Yeah, Lady Fortune just not smiling on Nalanda College. They've had a couple of incredible runs there. But unfortunately unable to capitalize on it. But the whistle will blow at the end of the third quarter. We will have official confirmation of the scoreline for you in just a couple of moments. But talk about a dominant 3 quarters from St. Joseph's College. Nalanda College is fighting back in fits and starts, but is it too little too late? That is the question.
I mean, multiple shot attempts and multiple misses. If they had made half of the shots that they attempted, I do think Nalanda College would be on par with St. Joseph's here as we see the score at the end of the third quarter. 32 points to 17 in favor of St. Joseph's College. Nalanda College trailing by a lot there. I mean, not what they wanted to see in this third quarter, I think, at the beginning of the fourth quarter.
Indeed, and it will be in the fourth quarter that they will have to seek answers. A tough uphill battle, but we will see you after this break.
Welcome back. It's St. Joseph's College in possession now. Number 67 drove his way to the ring but couldn't make it, couldn't find his footing and ended up on the ground there. As Nalanda College's number 11 made his way towards the post but could not get the ball up and it slipped out of his hands, out of bounds. Number 67 of Joes now making his way down court. He's toying with his defender and makes his way to the rim, and very close one that was for St. Joseph's College. But the ball goes out of bounds as they try to secure the rebound. Nalanda College now bring the ball inbound. Down court. Here he comes, number 1 of Nalanda College, driving into the basket but couldn't quite get it. With the defenders posted up there. St. Joseph's number 67. An excellent playmaker, but his teammates and the defense are not making it easy on him. To score his first points of this fourth quarter, we saw him do very well in the second one, but Here comes Nalanda College with that steal. Finds number 35 in the back, but wasn't ready to receive the pass. Number 1. They're looking, analyzing, and number 10 drives to the basket and sinks in a 2 for Nalanda College. Bringing their overall tally to 19. St. Joseph's College 32. St. Joseph's number 67 bringing the ball once again, and he loses it on his defender's leg, and number 10 of Nalanda College received it and tried to get that extra 2 points on that steal, but was unable to. But at least he drew the foul on that possession. We'll see what he can do with these 2 free throws.
Yeah, Nalanda being given here a lifeline, a necessary lifeline. Oh dear. Like I said, Lady Luck just not favoring these young lads today. They've gotten so close to getting a bucket here. And maybe Lady Luck has reversed her attitude towards the Nalandians, who now move into the 20s. 9 points deficit, still a long, long way to go.
St. Joseph's number 67 looking to even out that tally and retaliate, but couldn't quite get it as Nalanda get that steal and they sink in another one. Beautiful stuff from Nalanda now as their crowd goes wild. And St. Joseph's number 67 making his way, calling for the screen, but I think Nalanda has caught on and they're not allowing for that to happen anymore. As St. Joseph's number 12 fights with Nalanda for the ball, and the ball is awarded to Nalanda College. These scuffles are, I think, where Nalanda will see them being able to take that advantage.
Indeed, here's Nalanda playing it from the back, looking for options. Big defense being set up by 6-7, and 2 more points on the board. Something that has changed is that they're not overcooking those runs anymore. When they go for the layup, you could see that they were a little overzealous in that run up, but now timing it perfectly. 6-7 with the rebound.
The ball is sent out of bounds by Nalanda College, and number 12 looking for someone to give the ball to, but couldn't quite find the man, and finds the hands of a Nalandian instead.
Yeah, suddenly an impossible task seems just a little difficult.
Nalanda putting up a hefty fight here now against the Joes, trying to cut away at that deficit now with 6 minutes and 20 seconds left in the 4th quarter, left in this game. As Joe's number 67 fighting for that ball, and he manages to keep it. Tensions rising now as both teammates, both opponents, tensions rising there in the fight for the ball. I mean, at the end of the day, it's the passion of this game that drives these players to be so ferocious when competing. I mean, this is a competition after all.
Yeah, that 2 points written all over it, but unfortunately not to be for St. Joseph's College. Now on the rebound here, Nalanda looking for options, trying to drive it in from the side.
Narrowly misses that one, as they are still looking to find their footing here in this 4th quarter. They made a few baskets, and the ball goes out of bounds there by his foot.
Yeah, frustration boiling over for Nalanda. They have to be careful here. So far, yet so close.
We see both teams here. They want it equally, and they're both fighting for it equally as well. At number 67, looking to score his first points for this 4th quarter. I mean, an exceptional player, but Nalanda's defense has boxed him out. And he's called to the free throw line now.
Yeah, number 67 has been the subject of quite a few fouls, and for good reason.
As he misses the first free throw there. And he makes the second.
Yeah, gets the swish there. Another point on the board. making Nalanda's life that much more miserable. Number 10 makes the run up.
Nalanda, number 10, left wide open in the corner, and he receives the pass and makes a 2. Easy 2 for Nalanda College. Joe's defense is not on point anymore, as number 67 takes number 15's ankles and hands the ball off to his teammate. St. Joseph's College, I mean, these post players, they have the height to make those under the basket shots, but they're just not doing it for some reason.
Brilliant fight back at the death for Nalanda College.
Bringing the point deficit to just 4 points. I mean, it was 14 at its highest, and now it is a very close game indeed, as a timeout is called now. St. Joseph's College coach giving them a pep talk, and Nalanda College and both teams actually looking to reassess here. St. Joseph's losing that hefty lead in the matter of minutes against Nalanda College, putting up brilliant fight. Both teams not looking to give up, both teams making an equal amount of mistakes, but we've seen a beautiful game of basketball being played here at the Zahira College Sports Arena, and we'll go for a short break.
Experience now for the trendy teenagers. People's Bank Yes Teen, the first wow of the teens of the new era.
St. Joseph's number 67 now bringing the ball down court. Makes his way through the defenders, but it's tapped out of his hands as Nalanda College received that and goes in for another easy lay. Didn't go his way, Nalanda's number 1. As they look to regroup and make a shot somehow, but the ball finds its way back in Nalanda's hands. And wow, that was really not a smart move there by Joe's number 77. Giving the ball back straight to Nalanda College, giving them a second chance of scoring some points here, as Nalanda's number 10 is left wide open in the corner, but unable to make that 3. Number 67 now bringing his way down. 4 minutes left in this fourth quarter, looking to stay with their lead. St. Joseph's College, number 67, with his first points for the fourth quarter. Brilliant stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Just clinical. Bringing the gap down to 6 points again. Number 10 being fouled. Free throws. You have to wonder. Mihisara, the number 10 nippy lad for Nalanda College. Just debris being found in the court.
At the St. Joseph's College coach is having a word with the referees, and they're discussing something. Having a discussion there at the officials' table. And we see here St. Joseph's College court having a discussion with the referees.
Discussions aside, it's up to this nippy lad from Nalanda to get points on the board here.
And he misses the first free throw as his teammate comes, give him a pep talk there. Didn't work though. But Nalanda's number 11 puts in another 2 points right here for Nalanda College. Amazing awareness shown there. St. Joseph's number 67 makes his way to the rim and gets called for a foul on his way to the shot. That'll be 2 shots there, I think.
Yeah, dangerous here. Once again, it's the number 67 that's been fouled. Nothing but net for this young man, dragging his side with 2 more points on the board.
Bringing Nalanda's deficit to 6 points. Looking to make up some points there. An impressive display of handling, and they get quite close to the basket, but they can't make that shot. Nalanda College missing some crucial points here that could turn the tide for them in the final 2.5 minutes of this quarter. As Nalanda's number 11 is boxed out by number 99 of St. Joseph's, forced to send it into the corner, and his teammate bangs in a 3. Beautiful stuff there. The deficit still 6 points. Oh, and a horrendous foul there on Joe's number 67. Another 2 shots for him. I think so. The referees are discussing it, and appears to be some. We'll look at a replay there. And yes, a very bad foul there. 2 defenders at the same time, both managing to hit him. And it'll be a side ball for St. Joseph's. Number 67 with the ball once again. Trying to make his way down court. Takes his defender's ankles and makes his way towards the rim. Barely misses the hoop as he gets that steal once again. And number 67 going all the way down, loses it on a Nalanda defender's leg as Nalanda regain control of the ball. Nalanda's 15 trying to make that shot, and he does for Nalanda College, bringing the St. Joseph's lead to only 1 point. Quite an impressive display of fight by Nalanda College here. I mean, we did not expect this at the end of the second quarter. We did not expect this at the end of the third quarter as well. And St. Joseph's number 67 fires back with a 2, taking multiple ankles on his way. As substitute, as a timeout there. Timeout is called just as a traveling violation. And I mean, quite an impressive display of fight being put up by Nalanda College. The score at this timeout is 39 points to 36. Nalanda College trailing by 3, and with 53 seconds left on our clock. It's quite an impressive final few seconds of this match, I think. St. Joseph's, as the bell for the timeout is rung and the players make their way back onto the court. St. Joseph's College looking to be tough on their defense now. Score a few more baskets, few more crucial baskets to secure that lead and to secure that win for St. Joseph's College. Nalanda College, an impressive display here. Not looking to back down at all with their tough defense. Blocking out St. Joseph's College in this final quarter. I mean, we haven't seen them scoring as much as they did in the second quarter, where they were most dominant. And now we see ball coming back into play now. Nalanda College looking to score few points to steal that lead from St. Joseph's and win this game. Both teams, the pressure is on them now. Both teams playing hard. Nalanda's number 11 attempts a 3 from the elbow there, but quite worked out. His teammate recovers with a 2. And Nalanda College now man-to-man taking on number 67 from the end of the court, but gets called for a foul, drops number 67. there seems to be a target on this player, as it's taking a toll on his body now. Joe's number 67. A very good player there, as the ball finds its way back into St. Joseph's hands. A bad inbound pass there from Nalanda College. Oh, and a beautiful shot there from St. Joseph's College, number 67, Joel. Quite a beautiful one. He made his way close to the rim, and Nalanda College retaliating with another 2 points. As the ball is knocked out of bounds by Nalanda and it's awarded to St. Joseph's. Nalanda College with possession of the ball there. They stole that possession. Number 35, wide open. He attempts that shot, but not quite. Number 67, double team, triple team, then tripped once again. The referee did not call that, but St. Joseph's and Nalanda College, it's quite a physical fight this match. Both teams desperate for this win with just 1 point in between them. St. Joseph's number 67, Joel, making his way towards the rim. He's being double teamed, and a foul is called on number 11. But the ball is awarded to Nalanda College. This could be the deciding moment of this game, as he misses a wide open three. Nalanda regained control of the ball in the corner, being blocked out by a defender. And the ball is given back to Nalanda College. Quite a few fouls from St. Joseph's in this crucial part of this game. Tensions are very high now here, as there goes the final whistle for the game, and St. Joseph's have won it by 1 point. Such a slim margin. Very tense matchup. That was absolutely beautiful fight shown by both teams. Amazing stuff here. Both Nalanda and St. Joseph's. Brilliant display of sportsmanship and brilliant skill, and wonderful match here at the Zahira College Sports Complex indoor courts. St. Joseph's College won that match by 1 point. Beautiful stuff there. I mean, Nalanda College put up a brilliant fight in the fourth quarter. They got the lead in the fourth one and couldn't hold on to it in the second and third quarters, as St. Joseph's College, I mean, we see some replay highlights here. St. Joseph's College just showing an absolute display of dominance. Number 67, a dominant player in this match and a deciding factor in St. Joseph's win here, as he made a few key shots. Nalanda retaliating back and forth in the third quarter and as well as in the fourth quarter. Both teams pretty much neck and neck in the fourth one, as St. Joseph's ultimately get that win, sending them into the finals against their next competitor. We see the final score here at full time. St. Joseph's College 41, Nalanda College 40. Here at the semi-finals of the Inter-School Basketball Championship under 13 C Division, sponsored by People's Bank. Just overall, a beautiful display of basketball tonight, and I think that will make our matchup for the final. DSA Nanaik College and St. Joseph's College. Brought to you by ThePapare.com, the Papare Live St. Joseph's College putting up an impressive fight there. I mean, as I said, number 67, a deciding factor for them. On Nalanda College's side, some notable numbers that come to mind when talking about their scoring capabilities. It's number 30 and number 15. Number 99, their defender. Brilliant defense from Nalanda College there. And good defense by St. Joseph's College as well. But we see the bigger players of Nalanda College putting up quite a fight against St. Joseph's College, as we didn't see that same thing from St. Joseph's. Now we have our results for the quarterfinals of the Division C Under 13 Basketball Championship, played earlier in this morning. DSA Nanaika College versus St. Thomas's College. DSA Nanaika won by 50 to St. Thomas's 8. Nalanda College 43 to Lyceum International School Vattala's 38 as our second matchup in the morning. And St. Joseph's College 72, a dominant win against Trinity College's 13. Quite a fun one, quite a boring one to watch, if I'm being honest. And St. Peter's College against Gateway College. St. Peter's College won by default. And the result of our semi-finals, Division C Under 13 Basketball Championship here at the Zahira College Sports Complex. We see DSA Nanaika College played earlier in the afternoon, 28 points to St. Peter's College 12. Another dominant display of basketball there, winning by more than half. And St. Joseph's College, number 41, St. Joseph's College 41 points to Nalanda College's 40. An impressive match that one was. Had the crowd on the edge of their seat for sure. An impressive display of basketball and sportsmanship and skillful playmaking on both accounts, particularly St. Joseph's College. We saw quite a few steals from Nalanda College's side and quite a bit of scrappiness and scrambling for the ball, which ultimately led to them getting up this high to 40 points, putting up such a fight against St. Joseph's College. Ultimately, it was them being essentially pests on defense against St. Joseph's College that got them this close after a 14-point deficit in the second quarter. Quite an impressive match here we saw today at the Gisti and Taos Arena. We will see you again at our next matchup. Thank you very much for watching, and that will be all for today.
Stand by for opener.
Sri Lanka's #1 sports channel, ThePapare.
3, 2, 1, roll.
ඉතින් ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ අංකික ක්‍රීඩා නාලිකාව ThePapare සමග.
Welcome back to ThePapare.
Welcome to the live broadcast on ThePapare.
Good luck, guys. Good luck, everyone.
ThePapare, Sri Lanka's #1 television sports channel.